Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 6 of Multiblock Madness. Since the last episode, the pack has been updated, so if we look here, some of the quests have had their items change. When that happens, we just have to update the quest book. And... bam. Done. I don't think this will reset any of our claimed rewards. Yeah, part of me was hoping I could get another tier 6 crafting seed, if we're being honest. But it didn't do that, and that's probably for the best. So with that out of the way, the quest book has been updated. There's a bunch of, the quest book stuff isn't the only things that would change in the update, but I don't think much of it is particularly relevant right now, except for one thing, and that is the simple storage stuff is made slightly easier. So the controller here used to take, I don't remember what exactly, but required a bit more stuff. I think these 4 things in the corner were void plates. So I think we can start today off by making our simple storage network. The void plate, that's just coal. This is just some electrum. The only thing we have to make something for is this basic logic chip. Requires iron foil, which is made in a profiling bench out of iron ingots. So we have to make ourselves a profiling bench. And that looks pretty easy. How do we make immersive concrete? Oh, there we go. Yep. Except for the fact that I need slag. No, we can use sand. There we go. According to the quest book here, the profiling bench does not need power. Good. So let's make one. Uh-oh. Apparently not. Why do you not make? Oh, I think I have the wrong concrete. I didn't turn them into tiles. There we go. This machine miniaturization is a pretty cool concept. I like how, the idea is obviously that the machine multi-block looks like the machine you make, but it's cute. I imagine it's a lot of work to design the recipes for every machine though. So anyways, here's the profiling bench. We apparently get another one from the quest reward. I'm not claiming my quest rewards generally speaking because they end up just taking up inventory space. All right, so I need a master and a request table to get started. With crafting, yes. I definitely want the one with crafting, not the one without. Although I imagine, it doesn't even use the one without. Cool. So to make the foils, what do? We inspect an iron ingot. We actually get, we profile it with the foil pattern. How do I get a foil pattern? Let's place this thing down and see what it does. So we set the pattern by just left clicking on this little icon here. Wow, I can do a lot of things. I'm actually kind of curious. Uses. What all can you make? Are these aren't compatible? These aren't just regular rods. I guess most of the things you make are specific to the rock hounding mod, huh? I was thinking, like, can it be an alternate way of making plates or something, or gears? But no, it doesn't look like it can. Okay, cool. Well, you sit here, set you to foil. Can we shift left click? Hey, you can. Nice. And you do the thing. All right, well, that was easy. Then we should be able to make... Wait, did I make the wrong thing? Oh, it just sits on top. All right, then I think if I get a couple more ingredients, I can make the master. To make a relatively bare bones system, then we'll make the master, the crafting table, and then some number of simple cables and storage cables. So I think storage cables don't do anything. This literally connects stuff together. Simple cables connect to an inventory. Goodbye, torch. I'll have to relight the place probably. And anything connected to simple cables is considered to be part of any inventory connected to a simple cable is considered to be part of the network. So let's get a couple more so I can connect all of my mess of stuff together. Bam. Then we can place this is a total disaster. Master literally anywhere, and the request table just has to be connected. And now we see all of our items. So I want it sorted by quantity. Yeah, the normal way. And then now if I search for coal, right, we see all of our coal. And at this point, I don't really need to care what stuff anything is stored in. As long as it's stored in a chest, when we search for it, we'll be able to find it. Which is very convenient. especially when, well, I have nothing even vaguely resembling organization here. So now I can take all of these things that I've previously just been chilling out here, and perhaps like my coal coke, my extra stuff in there, and whatever is living in here, and consolidate everything together. And I can also dump stuff into here. You know, it doesn't, oops, I kind of want to keep my wand on me. I have two of them. But yeah, now we have a unified inventory, which will make crafting and stuff a lot easier. Used to connect, wait, what's the difference between a storage link cable and a simple cable? Who knows? There's some other functionality available in simple storage networks. There's, here, let's actually use to connect inventory to the network. They have the exact same tooltip. I guess they just have different crafting. Why? Who knows? But they have export cables, so this sends items to an attack. You know, like it's basically like an export bus, basically an import bus, and this can even do some, I think, crafting style things. We probably won't do very much auto crafting with it, but yeah. This is simple storage networks. There are wireless remotes, but the basic tier remote, the only one we can make for now, has very limited range and doesn't even have a crafting table. So the advanced remote, can we scrounge together an advanced remote? No, we need end steel for that. There's a different remote. Let's see. Access the network. We can't even scrounge this one together yet. But no, this here. We could make the network without crafting from a limited distance. I guess it's a way that we can store our items. No, it uses pulsating iron. Nope, can't even make that yet. So we'll just stick with using the storage request table here. No wireless capabilities for the time being. Next thing I want to do is improve our mana generation. Last episode we set this up using endo flames, but as you can see here, endo flames have, hello there, durability, which is quite annoying. It means that you have to remake them if you want them to be your mana generation source. That's not going to fly. So instead, let's get back to using those, I think they're called, I forget the name. Generating, the one that eats leaves. Was it this one? Nope, that's one that eats food. Can we make it? No, we can't. One of these. But anyways, the pack has this get started. I think it's this one. Nope. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go, munch dews. So these eat leaves in an area around them. If we want to see how big that area is, we can make I think it's called like a spectacle. I don't remember the name of anything today, apparently. It's a mana seer monocle. So make one of these. It goes in one of your bauble slots. I was hoping it could use a slot that's not the head, which apparently it can. So it will eat any leaves it sees in that range, and it will eat one leaf a tick, producing a healthy chunk of mana. The thing actually makes quite a bit of mana. So what we need is a system to keep this stocked with leaves. And what it'll do is, as long as there are leaves around, it'll eat one leaf a tick until it either fills its internal buffer with mana or it runs out of leaves to eat, at which point it'll go on cooldown for a whole minute. So ideally, you want to give it a high, steady supply of leaves. A couple ways to make leaves, but I think I'm going to use bonsais because these can grow trees. And we want to find the tree that just has the leafiest output. They might, generally speaking, all be the same. I wanted to, does anything have a chance to make basically more than 2 leaves a cycle? I guess Darkwood is the leafiest tree if I can find it. Hopping bonsai is mostly made of bricks, which are awfully annoying to craft apparently. They take like a lot of clay. So instead I figured I'll just go steal them from villages. I think there's the Railcraft house and the Immersive Engineering house can have bricks, but I went and found a village and look at what's inside. There's a drill core. I don't know if I can make advanced coils. No, we can't. Dang it. So I can't make this into a drill yet, but 9 dark steel, we can probably properly upgrade our pick to a dark steel sharpened pick, and a rod of elevation, which I think we can use to sneak our way into combat iron casing. What's this? Sneak our way into some of the structures. Like that ice and fire structure over on one of those mountains. We can teleport into it. But anyways, Ah, this is, I should have kept it in, you can rebottle it. This is basically a, one of those frames in a bottle. Nifty. I'm gonna look around a bit more, see if there's anything else in this village. You can't have 2 blacksmiths in one village, can you? I don't know. It's occurred to me I probably won't be finding many railcraft villages, with railcraft not being in the pack. So, I think it's probably not even worth traveling so far to harvest these, because they only contain maybe like 20, 30 blocks in the roof. I can just suck it up and mine clay. Dang it, I hate clay. Clay's too balanced. Not to be deterred by reason, I kept exploring, and I found this thing. I was hoping to have really good loot inside. I hear monsters outside. Well, at the very least, it contains a lot of books. I will steal their bookshelves. Moving on, I found the world's Buriedest desert temple. I don't even know how I'm going to get into this one. That's interesting. Inside, it's something else has generated over it. The TNT is still there, but the pressure plate's gone. Nice and safe, I guess. Anyways, a couple good things. A magic crystal. This is used to make my infusion crystal. What is it called? Yeah, infusion crystal, to upgrade the tier of essences, although I still need prosperity shards for that. We'll put that away. However, what was really exciting here, we'll store that for now, is that we got all these blueprints, effectively, that contain items, and each one contains basically a prefabricated, ready-to-build instance of something to miniaturize. So this is the portable tank, which we still need to find the item to throw in, so I need a servo. And if I just make one of those, super cheap, we can go up to our miniaturization area, deploy that, throw that in, and we make ourselves a servo. And I'm kind of curious, what happens to not undeploy? Shoot. I was wondering, like, can we take it back once it started crafting? Alas. And not undeploy, you may yada yada yada. Okay, so can I switch you back into undeployed mode? No. Basically, I want to use you to redeploy the exact same blueprint again. Wait. Left click, charge from inventory. Interesting. Let's try that charging thing with bonsai pot. So can I place it? Uh-oh, did that kill the miniaturization field? Why? No, that maybe I misplaced it by a block. Throw it in, and then left click, it pulls ingredients in from my inventory to turn it into a capsule again. So this is effectively a copy paste gadget. That's exactly what I wanted. That's great loot. I think these were added in the most recent update even. So we'll only find it in chests that were generated, loot chests that were generated after the update. But yeah, we have similar ones for the iron casings. They come pre-filled, so you get one use out of it right off the bat. But even after that, you can use it to much more easily. It's not great for full automation. I think for that you still want to use like the builder or something. But this is a great way to make the building process when you do it by hand much more easy. With how good village loot has been today, and there's one more thing I wanted to look for, and it's right here. Not this. I'm gonna yoink that. This though, the greenhouse. I think this was added in this recent update as well, and it contains seeds. That's what I want. I don't know if it's intended. I think Agricraft snuck this in as an update, and the update was just included in the mod pack. But I mean, I'm going to take these because it saves me a lot of trouble. So I'm gonna yoink all these seeds. Almost assuredly, it's not intended, and I'm probably not actually going to use the seeds I couldn't otherwise make. But yeah, like, a lot of these, the tier 2, tier 3 seeds are stuff we couldn't make. It just saves the trouble of making them, right? It's probably not fair to technically use, like, the manulin. Well, we could probably make manulin, but there's definitely some stuff in here that we couldn't normally make. But, yeah, greenhouses, very good. In fact, I'm going to need to make a couple trips to bring this all back. Well, actually, no. I have this inventory here. Plenty of space. All right. Loot it all. here's the total haul. So I think the rule I'm going to set for myself, as I mentioned, is that if I cannot otherwise make the seed, I'm not allowed to use it. So the aluminum seed makes aluminum. Aluminum is a tier 4 metal, right? I can't make aluminum yet. It would be cheating to use it. But like the obsidian seed, you know, that just saves me time mining obsidian. And those I'll say are fair game for me because it just reduces the amount of time I spend collecting resources and increases the amount of time I spend doing stuff. Even stuff like manulin, when I can actually make manulin, I'll allow myself to use the seed. So yeah, I guess it's nice that we get it. Silver is nice to have, bronze is nice to have. Some of these seeds I think start with levels on them, so this is a 0, 2, 3 seed. This one is 0, 4, 5, which is why they're the same seed, but they don't stack. Funny how what started off as a journey to make or to gather bricks ended up producing just about everything except bricks, and we set out looking for something very basic and found something far more valuable. But whatever, we eventually got around to making our bricks, so let's keep the hopping bonds. Oopsies, that's a miss. I like how if you miss, you can just repackage it too. Very convenient. I'm gonna make 8 of them to start off with, because I'm sure somebody is gonna mention it too. I know that my base is made of bricks. I did at some point seriously consider ripping up my roof and my floor to get bricks, but I figured, nah, this is the base. We need something to keep the water out. Now that I've got the bonsais, I need the tree to plant in it. So darkwood generates in the nether by the... Hey, don't shoot me. I'm trying to leave. Put it out. So I'm going to head to the nether, try to find some. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some good nether loot while we're at it. Alright. So, I don't even know what darkwood looks like. It's dark, unsurprisingly. But yeah, the leaves generate at least a little bit in the nether, right around Y63. So I guess we want to... Oh, that might be it. Let's find out. I think we found it. Alright, well that was a nice easy trip. But while I'm here, let's check out what's in the fortress. First fortress loot has... Ooh, encasing. Storage. Take nether warts and some spare boots. How good are my boots? These are technically better. Oh, maybe not. They're different. They absorb fall damage instead of bouncing. Hey, I've been looking for one of these. The crafting table cake. So this is technically craftable, but like I need a bunch of random things for it. If we just eat one of these, our 2x2 crafting grid should upgrade into oh, we have another tab that gives us a 3x3 crafting grid. It's a bit worse than just directly upgrading it, I guess, but it's basically the same thing, right? I'm willing to call that a sufficiently fruitful journey. I even got this thing which I think just... Oh, it doesn't work. It's basically /home. Well, I guess /spawn, but I guess it only works within a dimension. Oh well. It also seems to break rendering. Basically, only the chunks that I saw when I first teleported in are rendering now. So I think we're just gonna not use the Underwing Prime anymore and relog. I'm gonna put Silk Touch now on a Matic. This lets us just pick up grass blocks because grass is a better base block in bonsai pots than dirt. So this should just work the way I expect it to. Yep. Maybe let's not vein mine. We'll do it from here. There we go. Plenty of grass. Having gotten that grass, I realized that this being another tree grows in netherrack, and only netherrack. So we have grass for the future now. Anyways, it does grow pretty quick, taking 20 seconds. And after 20 seconds, we get, I think it's six shots at 75% for leaves. So 8 of them together should produce plenty of leaves. For now, I'm buffering them into a chest and then throwing all that into a drawer system. Look, we completed a quest or an advancement. So, yep, we get up to 4 or up to 3 different types of leaves, but they're all, as I assume, the Munch 2 is happy to eat all of them. So it'll eat that one. And since it ate a leaf, it's now on cooldown. It won't eat any more leaves for a little while. It's about a minute. It might be exactly a minute. But anyways, after a minute's up, it'll eat those leaves. I'm going to let this grow long enough to get enough saplings to fill that all out as well. Because we need to place the blocks constantly in order to keep the munch dew fed, I'm going to use the block placer from Cyclic because it's very loud, but it also places one block every tick. That way the munch dew will continue to eat until it's out of leaves to munch on. So I'm going to grab ourselves a sound muffler to muffle that. I actually think it's the sound of the munch dew eating the leaf that's so loud, but in any event, that should be automated mana production. And it seems like the munch dew is able to transfer its mana into the mana spreader, and the mana spreader is able to dump its mana into the mana pools fast enough that this will just keep going until our buffers here run out. In fact, they are already out. So once these internal buffers run out, it'll stop placing blocks for a tick, which will cause the munch dew to go on cooldown, which will give it another minute for these buffers, or probably the buffer in here, to fill up. So I don't know exactly how many bonsai trees each munch dew can support, but it's going to be a lot. It's definitely going to be more than 8. So if I need more mana, we can just add more trees. And there we go. Now it's on cooldown. And now this block here won't get immediately eaten because it's on cooldown. So anyways, this will gradually but fully autonomously fill up our mana pools. Side effect, it also produces a lot of wood and sticks and extra saplings for me as well. Now that I do have a unified inventory, I'm going to actually hit the claim all button, because now I can just throw everything into here, and it'll, you know, just be there waiting for me when I need it. Perhaps I should take a look at all the different things I got. I don't need either of these, right? With plenty of mana, I can now just out, go away. Make mana steel. Oh, is that not how we make mana steel? Oh, mana steel is inert or orichalcum. I think we've seen orichalcum ore in the nether. I'll just go mine that. Proving to be a bit more difficult to find than I expected. I know we found one piece before, but I don't think it generates in these giant veins like, well, all this other stuff does. So all these veins are super easy to mine, right? Just find a vein and suddenly 2/3 of a stack of cobalt. But orichalcum doesn't quite look like it generates like that. Wait, no, that's a lie. I just didn't find a vein earlier. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's up here. I just have to get to it. The nether is a hard place to fly around in. Let me up. I did it. Yeah, so it looks like it actually does come in these veins, and this one vein don't shoot me, please. Contained 39 pieces. As with before, we could double it by smelting it in a or not smelter, but by melting it in the embers melter. I can find it up here. Maybe we can't embers melter it directly. Wait, what does this do? Well, that makes star metal ore. That's neat. But what I'm just going to do is directly smelt it for 1 ingot. Or not. Does it not do that? I guess we have to process it somehow. Then I think our best bet's going to be to crucible process it. Or grindstone's too manual. Yeah, I guess we can't even directly embers melter it. We could make a mineral sizer, but okay, let's do it in the crucible. So we need metalum and ordo. Metalum's super easy to come by. Let's see if we can find something that has ordo and metalum in it. Lead, conveniently enough, has both. So if I throw, let's test with a small set. Some of that, then some of this, and clean up the excess. And then make sure I pick up all the quartz, let it fill up again. We should be able to do it all at once. If you throw a lot into your thing at once, sometimes you lose a little bit. But yeah, like we lost a little bit of ordo, which means that we're going to have to just clean the rest up. But whatever. Close enough to perfect yield, saves a little bit of time. Crucible is a messy thing. Doing what I just did probably released a reasonable amount of flux. We might have to keep an eye out on it. Nope, we released 9.2 points of flux. That is not enough that I have to worry about. Now these native clusters can be melted for 3 or just smelted for 2. And I'm just going to be content smelting them for 2 ingots. So trying that again, turn this into mana steel. We get 2 ingots per, which is nice. Turn those into mana pearls. At least as long as I have enough mana. And lastly, turn gunpowder into mana powder. Completing this gives me a band of mana. That's out I want. I want to make a magnet. But Titanium magnet takes like 8 mana steel ingots or something, but it's a very easy magnet to turn off, and it has some of the best like auto shut off behavior. So when you throw an item, it turns itself off for about 5 seconds, because if you're trying to throw an item on the ground, you probably don't want your magnet running at that very moment, right? But most other magnets haven't quite figured that out yet. Anyways, now that I have the mana infused stuff, I think we're ready to go back to Astral Sorcery. So I lost all my bookmarks in the upgrade. It's one of the config files that stores it, and I keep forgetting to port that file over when I upgrade. But anyways, we need to make the next level astral crafting table. So let's see if I can find what it's called. In here somewhere. Here we go, the Starlight crafting altar. So that needs mana steel. We've just done that. This we can already craft. All that's left is an infused dawnstone spectus. So we have to make dawnstone for that. Only way to make dawnstone, as far as I know, is by making the fluid in the mixer for now. The embers mixer. So let's make ourselves one of these. Expanding on the capsule system from earlier, we can actually build a empty mechanical core blueprint, and it's just that, a blueprint. So it comes empty because we crafted it as opposed to looted it, but then we can fill it up and then it builds a thing for us. Super convenient. And then I'm just storing all of my blueprints up in here. So at this point, I probably don't have to build the structure very often for the miniaturization. And that's awesome. I'm only planning on making the dawnstone in the mixer once. Afterwards, we'll just make the seed for it. I'm pretty sure I didn't loot one, so we're gonna have to craft it. But it's much easier to craft it with the seed than it is to make it in, the mystical agriculture seed, than it is to make it in the mixer. So anyways, the way this thing works is that there are effectively 3 tanks or 4 tanks on the bottom. So we're gonna supply each of the 4 bottom side tanks with a different fluid. Dawnstone is made from a alloy of, copper, gold, and glowstone. So it's 3. Usually I think it's just copper and gold, but in this case there's an extra glowstone. So we've put, I guess we can't even see. I should probably mark this somehow. We put copper in that side, then we'll put gold into another one, and then glowstone into the third. I'm pretty sure that's the correct ratio of the 3. It's 2 copper to 1 gold, or 2 copper to 2 gold to 1 glowstone. So that pushes it into there, and then when we supply it with some ember, we can, I forget which black ember goes into each bottom, and the top block is given ember. So we'll pump some ember into the top here. Let's link them up. Link you to you. Give me a lever. Turn you on. This should now start making, liquid dawnstone in the top port. And then we can take that out. Disable that side, switch this one to full, and now we get molten dawnstone. This can just be casted in, any which way to make dawnstone ingots, but I'll need 1 ingot to get melted down and stamped into asbestos as well. What I'm going to do for now is put it all back into the smeltery and cast it all as ingots so that we can grab the first 4 and turn them into a seed, and then the rest we can do with whatever with. But There's our Dawnstone, and then now I can take this and let me get some Ember Shards. Oops, Ember. Yes, I'm out of Ember Shards. I have to grab it from our mine. Drop the 1 ingot into there to be melted. Drop the Ember Shard into there. So then once this melts, it should stamp us 1 Dawnstone Aspectus. Any second now. Oh, I might need 2 ingots worth of Dawnstone. Maybe I should look up the recipe instead of just guessing. Oh, it's 4 ingots worth? Alright, have 4 ingots worth. Got plenty more where that came from. So, as the last ingot melts, any second now, that stamps, and we get ourselves a Dawnstone Aspectus. We have to toss that into a bucket of liquid Starlight to make it infused. Cool, and then we can craft with it. But first, let's make the Dawnstone seed. So this is what tier for this seed? Let's see, tier 4, which means I need to get our essence crafted up to 4 Superium. Let's start with the crystal. We can't make the... No, not even close. Well, we're not that far, but no, we're not quite there yet. So let's, I don't know, maybe 1's enough. One of these can be used to upgrade. We can't do blocks yet, can we? No, I guess you need the master crystal, whatever, to do blocks. Distribute. That is awful distribution. Gonna need a little bit more essence anyways, so I think I will harvest some by hand. Pretty soon we'll have everything it takes to set up a automated farm for this, but for now just harvesting it by hand is still quite quick, even just off 4 plants and a watering bottle. Like, I have 7 stacks of it already. These infusion crystals can be enchanted too, so we have Apotheosis or whatever in the pack, so enchantment does go above 30. Added a few more bookshelves. Well, I mean, kind of hoping for unbreakable, unbreaking, whatever, but auto smelt XP boost? Who am I to complain? Anyways, that'll make us a bit of this. Let's get I don't know exactly how much I need. Sure, that much. And craft that up to this essence. I really wish you'd be better at distributing. And then craft this up to, I guess that's a bit more than I needed. I wish this button would work as well. Oh, it does work, huh? I guess I could just hit it. Anyways, with that, we can now make Dawnstone. What tier do I have my crafting seed at? All 3? And combine 2 of these. Make a 4. Perfect. So this will be a much easier way to make Dawnstone going forward. I think we've already gone a bit long today, so let's try to speed things along, make ourselves the altar. It does have to be made at night, so let's take a nap. It's already almost nighttime, so this might not do much. In the meantime, while we wait for that Starlight to fill up, I crafted a Starlight altar blueprint capsule thingy. The use of capsules here is really genius, I think. So just with a couple of things, we can set the caps or set the pattern wherever we make the blueprint. Left click to fill it with components from our inventory, and then we can just deploy one of these in one go wherever we want it. I definitely want it in this star field, so let's wait for this thing to fill up. There was a quest here. Did I do it? No, this thing. If I make a spectral relay, it'll give me a glass lens, and then this will give us a little bit more. I'll craft one of these later. It'll give us a tiny bit of a starlight boost. But I think by the time we reach sufficiently far into the night, where are we? Yeah, we're not even close to midnight yet. This should just barely make it. There we go. So craft one of these. This should give us the research too, because we crafted it the Astral Sorcery way. Was there another way to make it? Nope, just this way. Cool. So that gives us our research, and then deploy that, And now we have a Starlight crafting altar, which we can use to do higher tier astral sorcery things tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.